It's Tuesday, November 19th, just following up on Amazon. You can see it's continuing to head nicely higher now. It's essentially confirming kind of an inside bar failure to the downside, taking out the low of that bar, coming up to the midpoint with a target to the high there to start, and we'll see if that unfolds. The options are moving up nicely. I discussed on the previous video how about the 190 calls at 1271. They're asking 1370, so almost a point higher. And again, I'm going to treat this a little bit more longer term on this one. I want to see if this bar, if we could, what's interesting here is you have kind of a pinball effect where this little move here to start the session, breaking out above the first bar high, taking out the low of the inside bar, had a target to the pre-market highs. Once it hits there, which it's doing now, that kind of hits the midpoint of the prior day, which then targets up above, the high of the previous day for an inside bar failure to the downside. And what that does is eventually turn the weekly chart back to green on a little bit of a, shooter bar followed by a hammer bar to the upside potentially for the rest of the week. It's a nice strong uptrend in play. What's interesting here is we took out this pivot high, so that would be a logical pause area. It didn't want to pause there. It instead followed through pretty strongly higher, and then it came back and tested that area, and that's what's unfolding there. You're getting the potential green reversal bar today. If this holds, then into the next few days of the week, we could be heading up back to fill this gap, at least at a minimum in the 210 area, maybe even all the way up to the 215 area if things really want to stay strong for the rest of the week. So a lot of interesting things unfolding to the upside. If you want to hold on to, I bought the 190 calls here. I mean, bought them at 1271. If it gets all the way back up here to 210, they're worth like 20. So we will find out, as the week goes on, what happens. If you want to take base hit gains, you can do that given this kind of price action, or you can kind of see if price holds in here and does what you expect it to do. It would hold green and then hold the midpoint of that bar, going into tomorrow and following through higher, that type of thing for the rest of the week. So that's what you're looking for. It doesn't have to happen, but that's kind of the expectations until proven otherwise. So just wanted to follow up that Amazon is moving nicely higher here as expected, with kind of a pinball effect of a bunch of targets to the upside as the week goes on.